Aw. Yeah, it's oh, cute. Let's do this. Okay, friends. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for choosing to do this on your Thanksgiving morning. Let's see. As far as announcements, I guess my only thing, I have my Brian Head retreat coming up, not like this weekend, but next. It was sold out for a while and somebody just bailed as they do. So I have one spot that opened up if anyone's interested in just sending it next weekend. It's Thursday to Sunday. Down in Brian Head, which is about 3.5 hours from here. The spot is in the bunk room. So if you're open to being in kind of a more, uh, yeah, just sharing a room with some people. Yeah, all the info is on my website. If you have any questions, you could ask me after class. And then there was one other thing I was thinking. Something about, tomorrow I am heading up to Maple Grove Hot Springs. If any of you guys know that place, if you've been there before, it's one of my favorite places. It's like magical, and I'll be facilitating a few different classes there. So I'll be doing breath work, a couple yoga classes. I do like an aquatic yoga class when I'm there. It's just kind of fun and silly. So yeah, you can come up just for the day. They have a lot of day passes. They have just like half day passes as well. That one's about 2.5 hours drive. It seems like every time I go up there, I feel like it's gonna be too far to go for just one day. But if you go up in the morning and drive home at night, it really does seem like you get a really nice, rejuvenating getaway. So if you just want to come up for the day, that is still an option. Okie doke. Other than that, well, actually, Andrea, do you want to tell about your class or not really?
I teach a class with Kennedy, if you know her, on Thursdays, it's a noon power hour. And then we also teach a chill vibes class on Tuesdays. It's very similar to Katie's chill vibes class, like a really, it's 8:30. So, and then we have like a Thursday class at 5. It's random. Yeah, it's like a kind of a team. That's on Thursday. Yeah, cool. I'm doing the Thursday noon class. It's like no one comes, so. Thank you.
Power hour, yeah. Thank you. Sorry to put you on the spot. Okay. All right, friends, let's just do the yogas. Let's go ahead and find your comfortable seat, seat of meditation. If you want, you could just move a little bit, stretch a little bit. You could reach your arms up, stretch your side bodies. You could just roll your shoulders around, roll your head around. So just little bits and pieces of movement that help you feel your physical body a little bit more. Then eventually, no rush, but eventually just settle into stillness. So you can place your hands in your lap, palms face up to be a little more open and receptive today. Palms face down for a little more grounding. You could also, if you prefer, bring your hands to your heart center, or even one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And either close your eyes or just lower and soften your gaze. And take these first few moments to really fully arrive here in this space. So everybody has obviously made it here physically. Good job. And see if you can let yourself arrive here now mentally and emotionally and energetically. So, whatever you've got going on later today, whatever might have happened this morning on your way here, all of that for now just gets to fall away. And you just get to be in this space present. So feel everything there is to feel. Feel the ground underneath you, the air on your skin, your clothes against your skin. Feel into the length of your spine, back of your neck. Notice if you're holding any tension through your face. And see if you can just let your facial muscles soften and relax. Let your shoulders melt down away from your ears. And then going a little bit deeper than physical sensation, how are you energetically? So do you feel really excited, maybe even a little bit anxious or nervous? Maybe you feel exhausted, tired. Maybe you had to drag yourself here this morning. Maybe somewhere in between. And also notice any emotions that might be present for you. Where you feel them in your body. What do they feel like? So this is meditation, just tuning in, just becoming more aware, more present. Not trying to change anything, not trying to fix anything, not even trying to turn your thoughts off. You're just becoming the witness. You're just watching everything as it flows through. And start to bring more awareness, if you haven't already, bring more awareness to your breath. You can visualize your breath, or you can just feel into it, the rise and fall, the expansion and contraction. Then next time you breathe in, very intentionally, fill up as big as you can. Get as full as you can. Hold in that fullness. And then see if you can even take an extra little sip of air at the top. Big open mouth sigh, release, let it go. Ah, yeah. Two more just like that. So inhale, fill up. Breathe even bigger than you thought you could. Expand and take up more space. Hold. Little extra sip. And then open your mouth and let it out. Ah. One more, just like that. Inhale. Imagine you can expand in all directions. Hold in fullness. Keep holding, and this time see if you can find two extra sips. And then huge open mouth sigh, release, let it go. Nice job. Seal your lips now and start to drop into your Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose, gentle constriction in the back of your throat. So as you constrict those muscles in the back of your throat, you're regulating your breath, you're slowing it down, smoothing it out. So the same way you would pinch a balloon to let the air out really, really slow, that's essentially what you're doing with your breath. As you do this, you start to create a little bit of noise with your breath. Sounds like an ocean wave, a wind moving through trees. Each inhale is really big, really spacious, comes all the way down from your belly, all the way down from your diaphragm. Each exhale takes you all the way to emptiness, all the way to the very bottom. So the end of each exhale, feel your belly button pull back and up towards your spine. And feel that little bit of core engagement, that connection to your center. So this is the breath we use in our physical practice to support us and hold us from within as we move from pose to pose. As we hold poses a little longer, our breath creates space. And also, since it's slow and steady, It's calming and regulating for our nervous system. So even as we might feel challenged or uncomfortable at times, this breath signals to our bodies that we are safe. We can relax, even though we might be uncomfortable, even though we might be being challenged. There's no need to freak out. We can just settle in. So the breath is a way we communicate with our body. So use it. And if Ujjayi breath is something that hasn't clicked for you yet, that's okay. Just stay curious about it. And in the meantime, breathe as deeply as you can in whatever way you can. So please feel free, friends, to stay right here a little bit longer. Also, feel free to come back here at any time if you just need a moment to reconnect, to recenter. If you're ready to begin moving now, take your breath with you and transition forward to your hands and your knees. So tabletop. And then once you're in tabletop, intuitive movement is where we're going. So anything that calls to you, any movement that would feel good or interesting in your body. So that might be just regular cat-cow undulations to begin with. Or maybe you want to take your hips in great big circles. Maybe you just want to sit back and rest in child's pose for a few breaths. If you feel like you want to work into your wrists or your forearms, you could spin your fingers out to the sides or even back towards your knees and just gently rock forward, back, side to side, or around in little circles. So feel into your body. Let go of how you look. Let go of how anyone else in this space looks. And just focus on what you feel. So if it's helpful, close your eyes. Get out of your head, your thinking, talking, judging mind. And just drop into your felt senses. Notice what you feel. And we'll be here just exploring for about 3 to 5 more rounds. So please, no rush. But eventually, we're headed back to downward facing dog. So in your own time and in your own way, you can start your own transition back to down dog. Nice job, everybody. Once you're back in your dog pose, keep exploring, keep feeling around. So you can pedal out your heels, move your hips side to side, maybe give your head a little shake or a little nod. In your down dog, your legs do not have to be straight. Your heels do not have to be flat on the ground. Even if you've got a great big bend in your knees, that's perfectly fine. Focus on finding length from your fingertips all the way up to your butt, all the way up to your sit bones. So spread your fingers really wide. Even imagine you're gripping the ground with the pads of your fingertips. And then see if you can feel also stability in your shoulders. So rather than hyperextending through your shoulders, find stable shoulder placement. And see if you can find the strength in your core as well. So if you can engage more, it will actually feel like you're efforting less. Soft through your face and your jaw, big and spacious with your breath. Nice poses, everybody. Nice down dogs. Take one more inhalation into your down dog as you push the ground away and lift your hips really high. As you exhale, gaze to the top of your yoga mat, and however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Once you've arrived, hang out for a few breaths. You could ragdoll your arms, grab opposite elbows. You could bring your hands behind your head and interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. Give the back of your neck some traction. And also in your forward fold, your legs do not have to be straight. So I'd rather see you with knees bent and your weight more forward in your toes and the balls of your feet. So rather than rocking back into your heels and locking out your knees, weight is more forward. You can have a little or a big bend in your knees. And then focus on using your core to lift your sit bones as high as you can. Let the crown of your head just fall towards the ground. Yes. Next time you breathe in, my friends, halfway lift. So spine nice and long. Get all the rounding out of your back. Nice, Deb. Awesome, Mikkel. Exhale. Let it go. Fold. Do that one more time. Inhale to a halfway lift. So crown of your head reaches forward. Tops of your thighs press back. Exhale. Fold. And then this time we'll take it all the way up. So rise. Arms extend as you breathe in. And hands to heart center as you breathe out. Flowing with your breath for a moment. Inhale, reach up, high mountain. Hinge at your hips. Exhale, stick your butt out as you dive down into your fold. Beautiful. Nice job. Halfway lift. Inhale. Back of your neck and sides of your neck long. Exhale, fold. Let it go. Press into your feet. Lead with your heart if you can. Take it all the way up. Inhale, arms extend. Yes. Exhale, hands to your heart center. We'll take that one more time. Make it a moving meditation. So tons of awareness. Inhale, high mountain pose. See if you can take the entire length of your exhale to dive down and then fold in. Beautiful. Nice, Kirsten. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Nice and long. Exhale, release. Let it go. Press into your feet. Connect to your center. Heart leads. Rise. Inhale, extend your arms. Maybe gaze up. Hands to your heart center as you exhale. All right. Inhale, high mountain. And as you exhale this time, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades squeeze towards your spine. See if you can bend your elbows a little or a lot, and then suction cup your palms together. With your palms suction cup together, imagine your elbows now are magnetized towards each other. So try to squeeze them closer. Keep all of that. And then imagine that your fingers, just your fingers, are super glued together and you're trying to pull your fingers apart. So you should feel now what's called muscle energy happening in your arms. See if you can keep that and maybe reach your hands back away from your body. If you would like, add a little baby back bend. Press your hips forward as you hug in with your inner thighs like you're hugging an invisible yoga block. Puff up your chest and tilt your chin up. Breathe into the front of your heart, front of your shoulders. Yes, take one more inhale. And then with your hands clasped, exhale, hinge at your hips, dive down and fold. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. Relax your neck. Let your head be heavy. Yes, good job. If your palms are pressed together and that feels like too much at this point, you can let that part go. See if you can lift your butt even higher. See if you can lift your knuckles even higher. Take one more big, huge in-breath. Good job, friends. Exhale, bring your hands to your low back first, then release your clasp. Let your arms hang down, let them dangle. Give them a little shaky shake or give your head a little shake. Next time you breathe in, spinal extension, so lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat, plank or modified plank. So pause here at the top of your push-up, spread your fingers and actively push the ground away. So I don't want you to feel this in your joints, in your wrists or your elbows. I want you to feel your strong arms. Draw your belly button in and up and take little baby rocks forward and back. So like you're sawing through a piece of wood with your body. Yes, so nice. All right, inhale, little baby rock forward, so on your tippy toes. And then exhale, lower just halfway down. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your belly drop. Nice, Britt. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Yes, one more like that. Exhale, little rock forward, lower halfway. So your elbows are stacked over your wrists. Inhale, push back up. Very nice. And then exhale, strong straight line all the way to your belly this time. You choose any back bend, any heart opener you would like. You can give yourself a couple rounds of breath. Maybe it feels nice to gaze one way and then the other. And then eventually downward facing dog. We'll take about 5 rounds in down dog. So feel free to move around and explore with movement, or feel free to just be still and feel into those little tiny micro movements, those little micro adjustments on the inside. So if you've been practicing yoga for a really long time, those little micro movements, those little micro adjustments, that is how you refine your practice. So rather than tuning out, tune in and see what else you can discover. See if there's any way you can be a little more efficient in your body. See if there's any way you can engage more to effort less. Soften your face. Soften your jaw. Your neck is relaxed, so you don't have to be gazing forward. Your neck, think of it and feel it as an extension of your spine. Feel that invisible rope that I always talk about attached to your belly button? It's pulling up and tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So feel that lift that comes from your center. Awesome, Deb. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, however you like to get there. Forward fold. Halfway lift once you've arrived. Breathe in, lengthen out. Nice, Ella. Exhale, bow, let it go. And then root through your feet and rise all the way up. Big stretch at the top as you breathe in. Hands to heart center as you breathe out. All right, inhale, arms reach. And then as you exhale, this time sit back into chair pose, Utkatasana. So weight is in your heels. Your butt is reaching back rather than your knees coming forward. So you should be able to look down and see your toes, no problem. See if you can pick up your toes and spread them apart. And then keep a little lift in your heart. So bottom tips of shoulder blades hug in towards your spine. And then as you lifted your heart, notice if you completely let go through your core. Draw your belly button in and up. So feel that connection to your center. Yes. See if you can sit just a tiny bit lower. Nice, breathe. Take one last deep breath here in your chair pose, fierce pose. Bottom of your exhalation, release into your fold. Let it go. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position, pause. We'll move into a side plank. Right hand is your foundation. So roll onto the baby toe edge of right foot. Feet can be stacked or staggered. You could also bring your right knee down if you feel like modifying. If your bottom knee is not on the ground, lift your hips super, super high. So the higher your hips go, the more you will be using your right side abdominals rather than sinking into your shoulder and your elbow and your wrist joint. So use your strength. Maybe left arm forward, bicep next to your ear. Maybe left leg floats up. Nice, Nick. As you float your left leg up, see if you can lift your hips even higher. Yes, awesome, you guys. Take one last deep breath. Good, Chris. And then slowly, mindfully back to plank. Find your strength first. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, slowly lower all the way to your belly. We're going to start with a baby cobra. So staying nice and low, lift your heart up. Use the strength in your back body. So bring awareness to your lower body for a moment. Press down through your pelvis. Press down through your shoelaces. And even imagine that you're spreading your toes and press down through your toenails. Now see if you can keep your legs rooted. Float your hands up, reach your hands back. So don't lift your legs. Use the strength in your back to keep your heart lifted. Invitation to try bending your elbows, and then imagine again that your elbows are magnetized. Squeeze them closer together behind your back and see if you can feel your mid-back muscles fire more. Nice, Mary Jo. Take one more inhale. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale, let it go. And if you want, you can give yourself one more belly back bend. If you feel like taking a full cobra, up dog, go for it. Eventually, downward facing dog, find your way back. Ujjayi breath. Is it still there? Feel it and hear it. From your down dog, inhale right leg to the sky. For this one, keep your hips square so your inner thighs face one another. Your right toes face down towards the ground. Make your right leg really strong, straight, and powerful. So I don't care how high your right leg goes, but make it straight, strong, and powerful. So if I came over and tried to press your right leg down, it would not even move. Keep pressing through both hands. Keep lifting from your center. Keep breathing all the way up into your right foot, your right toes. Take one more inhale. Hips stay high as you exhale, knee towards your nose. So don't let your hips sink down. There should be plenty of space in front of you then. Step through low lunge. Take a moment, friends, and just explore your legs. So you could bring your back knee down. You could extend through your front leg. You could open through your front hip. So much like we did at the beginning on our hands and our knees, that intuitive movement, that's what you're doing here. Just feeling around. How are your legs this morning? Your hips, your hamstrings, your ankles, your toes. Yeah, good. What feels tight, stiff? What feels strong and open? In your next couple breaths, we'll find our way into a high crescent lunge. So no hurry, but eventually start to rise up into your crescent lunge. All 10 toes face forward, high on the ball of your back foot. Try to get your back leg as straight as you can, and then energetically hug in towards midline. So rather than sinking into your lunge, you're hugging in. Front hip is drawing back hip is drawing forward. Nice, Brittany. And then there's a little tone in your lowest, deepest abdominals. So it's that navel to spine connection. Feels almost like you've got a little brace around your middle. Puff up through your chest. Be intentional with your gaze. Maybe take your gaze up. So feel all that space inside of you and breathe into it. Breathe all the way up into your fingertips. And just notice, how does it feel to be in crescent lunge this morning, in this moment? Take one more inhale. As you exhale, lean forward and bring your hands to your front thigh. Push your hands into your front thigh and draw your belly button in and up. So feel almost like you're rounding through your low back. So the opposite of a back bend. As you do that, you should feel your core engaged, your connection to your center. Keep that. Lean forward, back foot floats off the ground. So you're in a warrior 3 variation. Hips are square, your left toes face down. Yes, you can stay right here, or maybe add some arms. One arm or both arms. You can reach forward, back, out to the sides, prayer hands. Keep your spine long. Keep your back foot active, back leg strong. Nice, Andrea. Take one last round, your personal fullest expression. So good, you guys. And then land back in crescent lunge softly if you can. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. And then from your low lunge, we're moving into a pyramid stance. Step your back foot forward about a foot or two. Depends how long your legs are. You want both feet flat on the ground. And I prefer my feet on 2 train tracks, not a balance beam, all 10 toes facing directly forward. Inhale to a halfway lift position. Bring your hands to your hips. And then with your hands on your hips, bend your front knee a lot for just a second. I want you to re-straighten your front leg really slowly by pressing the top of your right thigh back. And imagine there's a rope attached to your right butt cheek and it's pulling up towards the ceiling. So press your right thigh back, lift your right butt cheek up. Keep that. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, drape your torso over your front leg. Keep pressing your right thigh, the very top of it, back. Keep lifting your right butt cheek up. You can bring your hands to the ground, to your front shin, or wherever you'd like. If you've got blocks, use your blocks. So hips are nice and square, and your right leg is nice and long. So as straight as you can get it without hyperextending or locking out your knee. Use every exhale to dive a little deeper and fold a little further. So every time you exhale, navel to spine, and that's your invitation to get just a little bit deeper into your fold here. Take about 2 more rounds of breath. Really good, you guys. Very end of your next exhalation. Keep your hands on the ground or fingertips on the ground. Crawl them forward, standing splits. So left leg lifts. Yes, just like a one-legged forward fold. Left leg is strong. Left foot is active. Try to spread through your left toes. Your neck is relaxed just like it would be in a forward fold. Feel the connection to your strong core lifting you out of your right leg. Take one more inhale. See if there's any more length you can create. And then as you exhale, set your left foot down to the top of your yoga mat, forward fold. You can give your right leg a little shaky shake if you want. Bring your big toes together so that they touch. Keep a little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl, tiny little potato bug ball. So butt towards the ground, nose towards your knees. You can choose to work strength and balance by lifting your heels up really high, or work ankle flexibility by pressing your heels down towards the ground, trying to get your feet flat on the ground. And then if you want, you could also wrap your arms around the front of your shins, give yourself a hug, give yourself a big squeeze, and feel your breath in your back body especially. So back of your heart, back ribs, low back. Exhale all the way to emptiness. Find your center at the bottom of your exhales. Take about 2 more rounds here. Nice, Ash. Really good, you guys. All right, with your next inhale, halfway lift. So heels down, spine long, stick your butt out. You can widen your feet if you want to, widen your stance. Exhale, bow and fold. And then let's take it all the way up. Rise, arms overhead, breathe in, stretch. Hands to your heart center, exhale. Inhale, arms to the sky. And once again, chair pose, sit back. And this time, you are more than welcome to stay in your chair pose. Please, if you have knee issues, this is probably a good place to stay. Otherwise, here is your option. Bring your arms parallel to the earth, float up to your tiptoes. This is called awkward chairs from Bikram yoga. Squeeze through the tops of your thighs, so inner knees, inner thighs, and see if you can lower your hips all the way down to your heels. Yeah, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. All right, everybody, with your next inhale, high mountain. So on your tiptoes if you can, all the way up as tall as you can grow. Woo, and then maybe stay on your tiptoes, stick your butt out and dive down. So feel your core engaged to help you balance. Wobbles are welcome. Be playful. Heels on the ground, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position. And then from your plank, you've got another side plank. This time, left hand is your base. So roll onto the baby toe edge of left foot, feet stacked or staggered, or left knee can come down to modify. Yes. Nice, Nan. See if you can lift your hips really, really high to stay out of your shoulder, your elbow, and your wrist joint, and use your left side obliques. Maybe right arm reaches forward, bicep next to your ear. Maybe right leg even floats up. And if your right leg floats up, see if you can lift your hips even higher. Beautiful. One last huge deep breath. Nice, Sherry. End of your exhalation, slowly plank position, top of your push-up. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale all the way down to your belly. Start in your baby cobra again. So keeping it low, use the strength in your back body to lift your heart. And then just like we did before, float your hands up, reach your hands back. This time, go ahead and float your feet up as well. Try not to straddle with your legs. So hug in with your inner thighs. Keep your toes active. Find the strength in your mid back. So again, it helps me if I bend my elbows and try to squeeze them towards each other behind my back. For some reason, we have a lot of trouble finding our mid back muscles. So see if you can wake them up. Take one more big inhale, lift, lift, lift. Nice, Pippa. And then exhale, release, let it go. If you want one more back bend of your choice, you're welcome to take it. Eventually find your way to downward facing dog. All right, from your down dog, inhale left leg to the sky. Hips square. So inner thighs face each other and left toes face down towards the ground. Both hands are rooted firmly. Your core is still lifting you up. Your breath is still flowing through every little space. So left leg, I don't care about height. Go for length, strength, and power. Take one more inhale. Nice breath. As you exhale, keep your hips high, knee towards your nose. So don't let your hips sink down. There should be plenty of space in front of you. Step through softly, low lunge. Take a few rounds of breath to just explore your legs on this side. So again, your back knee could come down. You could work your front leg towards straight. You could open through your front hip. Anything goes. It does not have to be what you did on the other side. So in this moment, feel around. Notice and respond to what you feel. Get curious about what you feel. Connect with your body. In your next couple breaths, high crescent is where we're headed. No hurry, but eventually rise up, settle in. Nice Courtney. Good. So all 10 toes face forward. Back leg straight and strong. So rather than bending your back knee, get it as straight as you can. And rather than sinking into your hips, hug in towards midline. So front hip is pulling back hip is pulling forward. You're plugging the femur bones into the hip sockets. Notice if you're flaring your ribs forward, draw navel to spine. Feel that brace around your middle. Good job, you guys. And then just feel whatever there is to feel. Be intentional with your gaze. Soften through your face. Breathe all the way up into your fingertips. One more inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Bring your hands to your front thigh. Push your hands into your thigh and draw your belly button in and up like you're puffing up your low back. Yes, good. And then from this place, see if you can keep that connection to your center. Lean forward, back foot floats up. So warrior 3 variation. Hips stay square. Good, Uli. Hips stay square and your right toes face down. Spine is like it's in a halfway lift, so nice and long. You can stay where you're at or add some arms. Forward, back, out to the sides. Big, spacious breath. Take one more round, your personal fullest expression. And then see if you can come back to crescent lunge softly. Inhale, crescent, reach up, gaze up. And exhale, bring your hands to your mats. Pyramid stance. So step your back foot forward about a foot or two, somewhere in between. Both feet flat on the ground. I think switch out your legs. Halfway lift. Inhale, hands to your hips. And then with your hands at your hips, bend your front knee a lot for just a second. And then re-straighten your front leg, but do it with so much awareness. So focus on pressing back through the very, very top of your left thigh and lift through your left butt cheek. Like there's a rope attached to it pulling up. So you want to feel your left quad muscle fire up. See if you can keep that and then fold over your front leg. Keep pressing the very top of your left thigh back, back, back. And keep lifting your left butt cheek up, up, up. Every single exhalation, all the way to emptiness. See if you can dive a little deeper, fold a little further with your exhales. Yes, good awareness, you guys. So work the pose, breath by breath. That is deep power, holding the poses and using your awareness, using your breath to go deeper, to explore space that you didn't even know was there. Take about 2 more rounds. See if you can fold just a little further. Imagine you're trying to reach your heart past your knee. Probably won't happen, but create that action. Have that intention. Good. Awesome work, you guys. Very bottom of your next exhale. Walk your hands forward. Float your back leg up. Standing splits. So just like a one-legged forward fold. Relax your neck. Head is heavy, same as it would be in a forward fold. And keep your right leg strong, powerful, right toes active. So spread them apart, wiggle them around. Amazing. Use your strong core to take some weight out of your left leg. So if your left leg is dying, can you use your core to lift you up? Can you use your breath to create a sense of lightness and buoyancy? Good job, everyone. Take one more big inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Set your right foot down. You can give your left leg a little shake out if you want. And then once again, heel toe your feet together so your big toes touch, little gap in between your heels, tuck and curl. Tiny little potato bug ball. So you can choose to stay in your little potato bug ball if this feels nice, or if you want a balance challenge, turn it into a toe stand. So point your knees straight forward, bring your hands to your heart center, spine long. And then only if you want, option to play with crow pose. Bring your hands to the ground in front of you. Lean forward, work your knees up as high as you can on your triceps. Lift through your waistline. And maybe lean forward, bringing all the weight into your hands. Take one or both feet off the ground. If you can get both feet up, see if you can bring your big toes to touch behind you. Wherever you are working, my friends, 2 more breaths. Awesome. From this place, we're going to meet in a plank position. So if a jump back is in your practice, go for it. Otherwise, set your feet down. Everybody step back, plank pose. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Push the ground away. Exhale all the way to your belly. One more time. Start in baby cobra, nice and low. And then from your baby cobra, float your hands up, reach them back, float your feet up, reach them back. You can stay here in locust pose or options. You can interlace your fingers or even take your full floor bow, bend your knees, grab hold of your ankles or the tops of your feet, and then use gentle leverage to work your pose. Try not to let your knees splay out to the sides, hug in with your inner thighs. That'll help you stay out of your low back. And then use your breath. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Use the mobility in your mid-spine to lift your heart even higher. Yes, beautiful friends. Wherever you are at, take one more full round. Lift, lift, lift. Nice, Kirsten, and then release. Awesome, Ella. Let it go. You can rest your head to either side and just take a moment resting on your belly. Maybe rock your hips side to side a little bit, or even windshield wiper your shins. Deep breaths into your low back. In your next few rounds, find your way to downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. Ujjayi breath. So feel it and hear it. Use it to support you. Especially as your muscles get fatigued and tired, your breath is brand new every time you inhale. So use it. From your down dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. Peel your right hip open this time. So bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. See if you can feel your outer right butt cheek squeeze to create this action. You are more than welcome to stay and hold here. Otherwise, one more inhale here. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Get as close as you can. Yes, nice, Rich. Inhale back up. See if you can open your hip again. So learn to articulate through your hip joint. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Get as high as you can. If you want, bend your elbows out a little, push up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Open your hip one more time. And then exhale, knee towards your nose. Step forward softly. Low lunge. Staying in your low lunge, but adding a twist. So left hand on the ground, right arm to the sky. Good. Back legs strong and powerful, back toes strong. Now, from this place, invitation to move into a variation of revolved triangle. So stay on the ball of your back foot, but see if you can start to work your front leg towards straight. So you may have to scoot your left hand back a little bit. Imagine there's an invisible rope attached to your right butt cheek. It's lifting up. Press back through the top of your right thigh. So right thigh presses back, back, back as you work your right leg towards straight. Keep your spine long and keep twisting from your center. Yes, there is an element of balance happening. See if you can use your strong core to help you balance, help support you. Take 2 more rounds here in your revolve triangle variation. Good job. Nice poses, you guys. All right, very end of your next exhale. Let that go. Low lunge. So bend your front knee and unwind. Walk your hands forward. Back leg floats up. Standing splits one more time. So lift through your left leg, active through your left toes. Inhale here. And as you exhale, Shiva squat. Bring your left knee to the back of your right knee, both knees bent. Pause. Bring your right hand up to grab the top of your left foot. And then once you've got it, if you want to stay here, that's totally fine. Otherwise, we're going to start to rise. So root into your right foot and start to stand up. Once you are standing, twisted dancer pose, reach your left arm forward, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot, hug in with your inner thighs. Yes, good. Awesome, you guys. Wherever you are at, see if you can take 2 more deep breaths. We're going to come out the same way we came in. So after your 2 more deep breaths, slowly come back to that Shiva squat. Release your left foot. Set it down next to your right in a regular forward fold. You can give your right leg a little shake out or kind of pedal out your heels for a moment. Yeah, or give yourself a nice little love pounding your thighs. Half lift on an inhale, realign through your spine. Exhale, fold. And then listen, heel toe your feet out wide to the width of your yoga mat. Heels in, toes out, low squat, malasana. Bring your elbows to your inner knees, hands to your heart center. If you can keep your heels on the ground, awesome. Please do. If you need to lift your heels, that's fine. And if you've got your heels on the ground, notice if you're rocking onto the inner edges of your feet, try to press into the outer edges as well. See if you can pick up your toes and spread them apart. Long through your spine, so crown of your head draws up, shoulder bones broaden. Sometimes I think of a turtle coming out of its shell. So rather than rounding and curling in, broaden your shoulders, lift through the crown of your head, lengthen through your spine. Give yourself about 2, 3 more breaths. Breathe all the way down into your hips and your pelvis. Really good, everybody. All right, bottom of your next exhalation, fingertips to the ground, hips to the sky. Heel toe your feet back in however you like them, hips with distance or big toes touch. Halfway lift, realign one more time, breathe in. Exhale, bow and fold. And let's take it all the way up, rise. Big full body stretch as you inhale. Hands to heart center as you exhale. Flow with your breath. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, slow dive all the way down. Ah, beautiful. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Move through your vinyasa this time however you want to. So take it on your own. See you back in down dog. All right, inhale, left leg high. Heel your left hip open. So bend your knee, reach it out and up. It's like your left hip is a hinge on a door and your left leg is the door. It just swings open. So you shouldn't have to lean into your right side. You want both hands rooted, both shoulders strong. You want to feel your outer left glute. It's called your medial glute. You want to feel it engaging, squeezing to create this action. Take one more inhale, lift your knee a little higher. You can stay if you want, or exhale, left knee, right elbow. So a little twist across your body. Yes, inhale back up. See if you can peel your hip open again. Exhale, left to left. Aim high. Aim for your armpit. Add a push-up if you want. Bend your elbows. Don't let your butt sink down. Inhale, 3-legged. And then everybody, exhale, knee towards your nose. Step forward softly, low lunge. Staying in your low lunge, add a twist, revolve lunge. So right hand down, left arm up. Feel the strength in your back leg especially. Root down through your back toes. And we will turn this into a revolved triangle variation. So as you're ready, start to work your front leg towards straight. You might have to scoot your right hand back. You might have to lift up to your right fingertips. Press back through the very, very top of your left thigh and try to lift your left butt cheek up, up, up. Yes. So you want to feel your left quad muscles start to fire. Keep working your twist. Use your breath. Keep your spine long. If you're gazing at the back of the room, gaze straight to the side of the room or even slightly forward to encourage length in your spine. Take a couple more rounds. Use your exhales to twist, twist, twist. Yes, awesome, you guys. Good job, Rach. End of your next exhale. Let that go. Low lunge. So bend your front knee. Root into your front foot. Standing splits. Right leg lifts. All right. Right foot is active. Right toes are active. Take one more inhale to reach your right leg super high. And then as you exhale, Shiva squat. Right knee tucks into the back of left knee. Both knees bend. Pause here. Lift your left hand and reach it up to grab your right foot. So left hand to the top of your right foot. If you want to stay here, that's fine. Otherwise, we're rising. So root into your left foot, engage your core, and see if you can come up to stand. Once you are standing, work your twisted dancer. Right arm forward, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. See if you can hug in with your inner thighs. See if you can lift through your heart like you're doing cobra pose. And if you fall out 5 times, awesome. Good job challenging yourself. Take about 2 more breaths. Spread your toes, hug in with inner thighs. Lift your heart. Breathe big and spacious. We'll come out the same way we came in. So slowly come back down to your Shiva squat. Release your right foot. Set it down. Forward fold. So good. You can give your left leg a shake out or pedal out your heels or give your thighs a nice little love pounding. Yeah. Half lift. Inhale. Realign. Exhale. Fold. And then once again, heel toe your feet out wide, heels in, toes out, low yogi squat, malasana. So you can stay in your regular squat like before. If you want extra, press your palms together and see if you can reach your arms straight up. So as you reach your arms up, you're trying to press your arms back and your chest forward. Might make it a little bit easier if you interlace your fingers and steeple your index. Keep reaching your sit bones towards the ground, tailbone towards the ground. Keep your spine as long as you can. Try to keep the weight as even as you can in your feet. Yeah, awesome. Breathe all the way down into your hips, into your pelvis. Soft face. Couple more breaths. Really good. All right, very end of your next exhalation. Bring your fingertips down, lift your hips up. Heel toe your feet in, however you prefer them. Once more, halfway lift. Breathe in and lengthen. Realign. Back of your neck, sides of your neck long. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet and take it all the way up. Rise, arms extend. Breathe in. And hands to your heart center as you breathe out. Flow with your breath. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, slow dive. Beautiful. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, spine parallel to the ground. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Take your vinyasa on your own again. However you'd like to take it. See you in downward facing dog. All right, from down dog, inhale, right leg high. Heel your right hip open, so bend your knee. Reach it out and up. Stay here, or this time, option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Right arm reaches forward. Feel into the space in your front body. Breathe all the way down to your belly. Feel your abdominal wall stretch. Take one more inhale. Thanks, Andrea. Exhale, come back, three-legged down dog. Extend your right leg high, everybody. Big inhale. And then as you exhale, pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your yoga mat. Bring your body down gently. Yeah, and if you want to, you're more than welcome to take this on your back instead, or any other variation that will serve you. Get your right knee as wide as you can. And rather than pressing your hips down, so try not to press your hips down, but instead lift your hips up. So it's like there's a rope attached to your right butt cheek pulling up and back. You want to find the structure first. So the goal is not to press your hips down and just sink into your joints. It's to stretch the muscles. So right hip pulls back and up as your heart bows forward. Yeah, better. Good job. So it feels like you're coming out of it a little bit, but what you're doing is you're setting yourself up with integrity. You're plugging the femur bone into the hip socket so you're not just exploiting your hypermobility and sitting in your joints. Keep a little bit of activation through your front toes like you're trying to spread them apart. And that'll protect your ankle and your knee joint so you're not pulling on the tendons and ligaments around your joints. These big, spacious breaths. Good job, everyone. We'll be here for about 4 or 5 more rounds. So you can, if you want, just bring your foot back a little bit and then do what you were doing. Yeah, and then you can keep that knee down probably. Yeah. If you want, sigh out your mouth anytime. Just like we did at the very beginning of our practice, invitation, next inhale, fill up as big as you can and hold. Take an extra sip. And then big open mouth sigh, let it out. Yeah, good job. Start to lift your upper body. And then we're going to move into a three-legged tabletop. So plant your hands, scoot your back knee forward so your hips lift a lot. And then unthread your right leg, take it back, give it a nice little shaky shake. Then after a few shaky shakes, bend your knee. Imagine there's a rolled up washcloth behind your knee and you're trying to squeeze it and get it to wring out. Flex your toes towards your shin. Keep all of that and draw big circles with your right knee. Every other part of your body stays very still. So fullest range of motion you can find through your right hip joint. And then reverse your circles. Take a few in the opposite direction. Good. All right, friends, extend your right leg straight back. Pivot on your left knee so your left foot comes to the outside of your mat like a little kickstand. And then right arm reaches up, modified side plank. You can stay here, or you can reach your right arm forward, or you can bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your right foot. Give yourself that nice little quad stretch. If you've got hold of your foot, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot, press your hips forward, and let your heart look up a little more. Yes, beautiful. Thanks, Sherry. Take one last huge full body breath wherever you're working. And then slowly come back, tabletop. You can give yourself a couple rounds of intuitive movement, couple rounds of cat-cow, couple rounds of child's pose, whatever calls to you. Maybe you just want to move through a vinyasa. And then see you back in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Open your left hip, bend your left knee, peel your left hip open. Great place to stay, or option to flip. Left foot comes down, left arm reaches forward, open through your front body. So open through your heart, breathe down into your belly, lift your hips. Yes, take one more inhale. Good, nice breathe, nice neck. And then bring it back, three-legged dog. Extend your left leg high, inhale, lengthen. And then pigeon pose, left shin forward, body comes down gently. So once again, try not to just press your hips down. And another piece of that might help is transverse abdominis engagement. So that brace I keep talking about around your center, you don't want to be flaring your ribs forward and letting go through your core. Navel to spine. So navel to spine as you lift your left butt cheek up and pull it back. And then keep that as you bow forward. I know most yoga teachers don't teach pigeon like this. In my opinion, it's because they don't understand what's happening, and it's really not good for your hips if you're just sitting in your joints. It's not doing anything productive. So start to find the structure, the integrity of the pose, and then soften around it. Yeah, really good. Good awareness, everybody. Keep that little bit of activation through your front toes to protect your ankle and knee joints. So you could hang out in pigeon. Sometimes I hear people say, I could fall asleep in pigeon pose. That's not how it should feel. There should be engagement happening. So you always want that balance, effort and ease, strength and softness, every single pose. Big, deep breath. All right, friends. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can, full as you can become. Hold in that fullness. Take that extra sip. And then open your mouth and let it go. Ah, yeah. Start to lift your upper body. Plant your hands. Scoot your back knee forward so your hips lift a lot. And then unthread your left leg. Take it back. Give it a nice little shaky shake. After a few shakes, bend your knees. Squeeze your invisible rolled up washcloth behind your knee. Flex your toes. And then start to draw those big circles. Notice if you're sinking into your low back, letting go completely through your core. Find here that transverse abdominis engagement. Yes, so nice. Slow and mindful movement. Squeeze through the back of your knee so your knee's not moving at all. Reverse your circles. Nice, Jody. Good job, friends. All right, finally, just extend your left leg straight back. Pivot on your right knee, so right foot to the outside of your mat, and then left arm opens up, reaches up. So opening through the front of your heart, front of your hips, press your hips forward. Stay here, left arm reaches towards the front wall, or yeah, your quads stretch, bend your left knee, reach back and grab your foot. Nice, Brittany. Press your hips forward. So rather than kicking your foot up towards the ceiling, try to kick it straight back behind you. Press your hips forward. Let your heart look up. Nice, Ash. Nice, Uli. Spread your toes. Take one last huge full body breath. Good, Britt. And then nice and easy, come back to hands and knees, tabletop. Take just a moment, whatever would feel good to you. Some intuitive movement, one last vinyasa, one last down dog, one last child's pose. And then, my friends, in your next few breaths, find your way all the way down onto your back. You can face whichever direction you want. You can get there however you want. Once you're on your back, draw your knees towards your belly and gently rock side to side. After a few rocks, supine spinal twist of your choice. You can go to either side first, just be aware of the space around you. Take about 4 or 5 rounds on each side. Keep your heart and shoulders square towards the sky as best you can. Just give all your weight to the ground. And then after about 4 or 5 rounds on one side, switch to the other side. I'm gonna leave it up to you when you feel pretty even on both sides. Come back to center and find any inversion that you would like to take for about 5 to 10 breaths. Anything that puts your legs and or your hips higher than your heart. Can be something more restorative, can be something more challenging. If you've got a wall close by and you want to use it, feel free. No rush, so please feel free to take a few more breaths in your inversion if you'd like. But eventually just start to ease your way out and find any counter poses, any finishing poses of your choice. So happy baby is always a good one at the end of practice, kind of traction out the spine. But anywhere you'd like to go. And then eventually, friends, just start your transition into your final relaxation. So no rush. Eventually moving towards Shavasana. As you as you move towards your Shavasana, you can start to let your breath become more and more effortless and let it dissipate. Just let your body take over. Breathe you once again. So as you guys settle in, I will read to you. This is a slightly longer poem. It's by the spoken word poet named Andrea Gibson. If you have not yet seen the movie on Apple TV, it's called Bless You. It's called Bless You Again. It's called Come See Me in the Good Light. It's really, really good. I highly recommend it. So this is one of their poems. And it's called For the Days I Stop Wanting a Body. So I feel like this practice, if nothing else, it helps us connect to our body. And sometimes our bodies are not pleasant. Sometimes the sensations we feel are not pleasant. But I love this poem because it just kind of puts in perspective how blessed, how lucky we are to just have these bodies and get to have this human experience. So for the days I stop wanting a body. Imagine when a human dies, the soul misses the body, actually grieves the loss of its hands and all they could hold, misses the throat closing shy, reading out loud on the first day of school. Imagine the soul misses the stubbed toe, the loose tooth, the funny bone. The soul still asks, why does the funny bone do that? It's just weird. Imagine the soul misses the thirsty garden cheeks watered by grief, misses how the body could sleep through a dream. What else can sleep through a dream? What else can laugh? What else can wrinkle the smile's autograph? Imagine the soul misses each falling eyelash, waiting to be wished, misses the wrist screaming away the blade. The soul misses the lisp, the stutter, the limp. The soul misses the holy bruise, blue from that army of blood rushing to the wound's side. When a human dies, the soul searches the universe for something blushing, something shaking in the cold, something that scars, sweeps the universe for patience worn thin, the last nerve fighting for its life, the voice box aching to be heard. The soul misses the way the body would hold another body, and not be two bodies, but one pleading God doubled in grace. The soul misses how the mind told the body, you have fallen from grace. And the body said, erase every scripture that doesn't have a pulse. There isn't a single page in the Bible that can wince, that can clumsy, that can freckle, that can hunger. Imagine the soul misses hunger, emptiness, rage, the fist that was never taught to curl, curls, the teeth that were never taught to clench, clench. The body that was never taught to make love makes love like a hungry ghost digging its way out of the grave. The soul misses the unforever of old age, the skin that no longer fits. The soul misses every single day the body was sick, the now it forced, the here it built from the fever. Fever is how the body prays, how it burns and begs for another average day. The soul misses the legs creaking up the stairs, misses the fear that climbed up the vocal cords to curse the wheelchair. The soul misses what the body could not let go. What else could hold on that tightly to everything? What else could hear the chain of a swing set and fall to its knees? What else could touch a screen door and taste lemonade? What else could come back from a war and not come back, but still try to live, still try to lullaby? When a human dies, the soul moves through the universe, trying to describe how a body trembles when it's lost, softens when it's safe, how a wound would heal given nothing but time. Do you understand? Nothing in space can imagine it. No comet, no nebula, no ray of light can fathom the landscape of awe, the heat of shame, the fingertips pulling the first gray hair and throwing it away. I can't imagine it, the stars say. Tell us again about goosebumps. Tell us again about pain. So these last few moments, friends, just be in your body and take it in. Everything there is to feel about living in this body. All the energy flowing through your fingers and your toes. All the pleasant and unpleasant sensations. Feel into gratitude for this human experience that you get to have. And another average day that you get to live in this body. Shavasana. a deep breath in. Let it go. Just start to wiggle, move gently. Eventually find your way to either side, fetal position. Mm, Just strengthen your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation, right back where we started. So facing forward towards the front of your mat, in the front of our space. Sit up nice and tall, close your eyes, gather your hands to your heart. We'll just close our practice together with one big group Om. So please join me. I would love for you to join me. If you'd rather just listen, that's fine. But focus not on what you sound like, but more what it feels like to use your voice, to let it move through you, your own vibration, and express out of you. So start by exhaling, empty out, clear your throat if you need, and breathe in your voice. Thank you so much, everybody, for showing up this morning, sharing your practice, sharing your energy. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you didn't pay on your way in, please remember to pay on your way out. Happy Thanksgiving. Hi. Oh, it's Annie. Oh my God. Yeah, your hair is so different. It's so cute. I love it. I did not realize it was you.